All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah, Hadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to brothers teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, this is Tyler Yav coming back once again with a quick impromptu. And yeah, man, hey, this thing's about to pop off. All right, so I had a word today that let me see, I'm bring it up. That this boat right here called the White Lion, all right, is in the port over in Virginia as of today. Today is August 20th, all right, 2026. And I just wanted to say, all right, we're about to see the worst, okay? Now, this name White Lion, you have seen it before, and guess where you've seen it at, all right? Oh, no, not KJV. All right, you've seen it right here, and Leave the World Behind, okay? And we believe, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, and the elders of Great Millstone and the affiliate brothers and camps, first and foremost, and then affiliate brothers. All right, it was a Netflix movie, right, and it was coming out of the movie houses of, I think it was Obama. Let me see. Okay. The Obamas. All right. It says the plot of the film Leave the World Behind is an apocalyptic scenario in which external threats and internal strife break down social order. All right. So you see where this is going. Okay. So when this boat appeared in the film, all right, this ensued thereafter. All right, the breakdown of the world, and it's looking like we're on fast track. Okay, so I say all that to say this, man. Things are not coincidental. All right, things happen according to script, and you need to check out this movie, Leave the World Behind. Okay, and you had since 2023 to look at it, and now it's 2026. All right, so 6 years in depth. Okay, so we here, man. All right, and I'm just bring out this quick scriptures. It ain't much to talk about no more. If you can't fucking see what is going on and what's about to really go down in Babylon the Great, then you just, if the gospel is hid, it's hid to them that are lost, man. All right, you got the same arguments coming. If you the Gentile thing, okay? Nakar and Gar. Gar means Israelite foreigner. Nakar means total stranger. Heathen all the way. All right. So when you look at this Leave the World Behind, the first thing that showed up was the White Lion. All right. And brothers looked it up. And now today the White Lion is sitting in port in Virginia. All right. So let me just go to here in the GNTA. We're going to read this because in that whole movie, you didn't see a police officer. You didn't see the army. You seen planes falling out of the sky, right? You seen propaganda being weaponized with the planes dropping the red shit, the red flyers, all right, with Islam on it. And the darkness, man, all right? We currently got a situation in Indiana where it's been 8 days of darkness and no help's coming. Those people are going to sit right there and fucking die in that place. All right. It's just like in North Carolina, when the tornado went through there and ripped up North Carolina, revealing cobalt up there in those hills, okay, cobalt, all right. And when that came to be, FEMA was already canceled, okay. So there is no national relief for these people. They're gonna be what's that? They're gonna be wanderers. This is why it says in the scriptures what it says. You're gonna be like a pilgrim upon the earth, his people, right? And I don't think that's pretense or alluding only to the elect of the nation Israel, because we're just gonna be like everybody else, man. Okay, the elect is only the elect when it comes to redemption. Okay, but other than that, we're gonna have to suffer. Not like you Christians that think that the rapture means you escaped all the chaos that's about to ensue. All right, you're not. All right, and it's like that because you got to be forged in the fire. All right, to really become that choice gold. All right. But you Christians will never get it. You'll never get it. I just wanted to come on here and basically, proclaim that Omen there, from the movie. We're going to go right to 2nd Ezra right here. And forgive this crazy this thing's been acting up as of lately with this. They don't want you using it no more. Then yesterday it was a paywall up saying that you have to subscribe to it. Okay. But nevertheless, we're here. All right. So let's find it in 2nd Ezra 16, I believe that's where it's at. Let me see. Give me a second. So this is the GNTA of 2nd Ezra 16, right? I'm going to read from 16. It says, the disasters are on their way toward the earth, and like an arrow shot by a strong archer, they cannot be turned back. I'm doomed. Who will rescue me in those days? Right, so that's Ezra himself saying that he's got to be forged in the fire. And he has to be rescued out as a hopeful elect. All right, that's the only way you're going to make it out of this pit. All right. It says troubles will come and many people will groan. Famine will come and many will die. Wars will come and the world powers will tremble. All right, and then we just seen a depiction of that with Donald Trump at the podium talking about he never thought that making a move on Iran would come to such deadly consequences. Okay, what a fool. All right, and the earth's tired of these people, man, and it's doing just as the Lord said. All right, the tabernacles of Edom, all right, lights are being blown out. All right, so to none the wiser. All right, but going back to that ship, hey, that ship showed up in that movie, and all this type of calamity ensued, man. Okay, ship pulled up. What happened? They went home. The lights went out. Okay, so it's showing exactly the tell of what the guy in the movie was saying, about his famous, or not famous, but his rich friend there, or client that he had. This is what the rest of the world is doing too. They're leaving. As you can see, rich people are leaving the U.S. in droves, man. Okay, if they can afford it, they're moving out of the country. All right, so that's another proponent of the movie that you're seeing as well. All right, coming to light from the scriptures. All right, so it says disasters will come and everyone will be terrified. What will people do when these disasters come? Famine, epidemics, troubles, sufferings are sent to punish and correct people. People, in spite of all this, they will not turn away from their sins. They soon forget their punishment. All right. The time is coming when food will be so cheap. Let's go to. I'll go back to 15. Let me see. Yeah, let's go back to 15. Salaki. Because I want to read that part because people have somehow forgot that. No one's trusting in this fucking place no more, man. It's over here. All right, the cops are getting ready to be police on their own terms, man. All right, and once that happens, you really aren't safe, man, because the cops is the number one gang in the land. All right, police officers are the number one threat in the land. All right, people that went to the military are the number one threat in the land to people that ain't never been in confrontation. Okay, but it's a way to get past all that, and it's through the hands of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. Let's give him a second. Only now. All right. Yep. Verse 6, 2nd Esdras 15. It says, because wickedness has spread everywhere and evil has reached its limit. Therefore, the Lord said, I will no longer remain silent about the wickedness of these godless people. I will no longer tolerate it. They have murdered innocent people, and the blood they have spilled cries out to me for revenge. The souls of the righteous are constantly pleading for vengeance. All right, and that's the payment, okay, that Esau Edom has to be charged with. Okay, it says, let there be no doubt, says the Lord, I will help the plea of all the innocent people who have been murdered, and I will take vengeance for what has been done to them. So this is coming too. All right, and I'm predicating all this on just speaking as a man. I'm not saying that, maybe I am prophesying. I don't, the Spirit of the Lord got me wanting to talk about it, So maybe it will be a prophecy, all right? But I just said it's going according to the map that he drew up, all right? It's nothing coincidental, man. It says, my people, all right, are being led to the slaughter like a flock of sheep. They will no longer have to live in Egypt. All right, so this is what the Lord is coming back for. He's coming back to redeem who? His people. Out of what? Out of Egypt. I said, I will use all my strength and power to bring them out of that land. I will bring disaster upon the Egyptians, which are the captors or the oppressors in this time, are Esau Edom. Okay, and that's what Egyptians are synonymous with. Okay, with the oppressor of that land. All right, so when this prophet Esdras wrote this, he seen the white people ruling like Egyptians were ruling over the Israelites. Okay, and that's why he calls them Egyptians, and we know them to be Esau Edom. All right, it says as I did earlier, and I will destroy their country. All right. So he destroyed Egypt, so he's going to destroy this place. The whole land will be in mourning. It will be shaken to its foundation when I, the Lord, strike it and pound on it. All right, and that's coming up. All right, only thing that has to fall over here is the banks have to go under, and then the lights have to go out. And that's it. It stopped pretty much production on everything else. Food, water, clothing, so on and so forth, man. All right, but the lights and economic collapse has to ensue. All right, we already got the famine started because nobody's able to pick or harvest crops. They can grow them, but they can't harvest it. And kudos. Okay, that's from stealing from the children of Israel that was on this land. Okay, Gad and Reuben and the northern kingdom. Okay, which are part of the northern kingdom as well. All right. It says, yep, here we go. Verse 14, the world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring the destruction is very near, and it's happening. Okay, nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. It's happening. There will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. Now, he's watching all this from a vision, but now he's back in it today and he's watching it. Okay. And Ezra's, we know you're going to be redeemed, man. Okay, that's the Lord is going to save you in that time, Ezra. All right, whoever you are today, you're going to be plucked out of it. Okay, and just have faith, man, and hold on. All right, I don't even know who I am. I don't even know if I'm going to be redeemed, but the belief is so strong that I know that this man is going to be redeemed out of trouble. All right, he joined Yahushua in the regeneration. Okay. Ooh, man. It said there will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. There will no longer be free access to the cities because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible sufferings, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. All right, over there in Indiana, Gary. They said it's gunshots after dark, but every day, and people houses and shit getting broken into, man. And the essays are probably up, but we don't know, man, because it's a media blockout on it. All right. And Gary, Indiana is never coming back, man. It's done. All right. It's like Detroit now. Okay. No clean water. Everything bottled. Okay. But in their case, it's no power. So you stay there and you get essayed after dark or robbed and killed after dark. And that's just the way it's going to be from here until the King of all kings show up, man. Okay, this country's infrastructure is out of here. Okay, I live in a basement apartment, and as soon as the lights go out, I gotta vacate the premises, man, because that water from the toilet is going to backflow. Anybody in the house, you're gonna have to give up your house, man, because if that water stays off for too long, all right, that whole system can go in reverse. All right, from some idiot trying to flush a toilet. All right. So these are things this is why the Lord said you shall be like pilgrims on the earth, man. You see, all these calamities, what do they call them? Polycrisis. Okay. These things are going on, man. All right, but they for scourges and amendment. It says, verse 20, God says, I am calling together all the kings of the earth to come forth, north, east, south, east, and west, to turn back and restore what they have taken, right, to the Israelites. And that's what we're getting ready to see, man. I just feel like this boat pulling up is the sign of martial law, open concentration camps, all right, 15-minute cities, delegating, rationing out energy, food, resources, clothing resources, everything. Okay? Because in that movie, the area was decimated. Okay? You had plane crashes, what else? Blockade from back to get back to the city, which they was out there on Long Island Sound or something like that. That's what it looked like to me. Yeah, man. So we here, man. This definitely is about to pick up, and some things are about to occur. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So the Lord is doing it. All right, it says, I will use my power, and there will be no mercy for sinners. I will put to death all who have murdered innocent people. My anger has become so fierce that fire has blazed out to burn up the foundations of the earth, to burn up sinners like straw. So shortly thereafter, after all this chaos ensues, and it's going to be stacked on top of each other, and it's going to be 1 year of this, 1 year of that, and like the Christians think, okay? They think it's going to be trials and tribulations. The Lord's going to let you get a breath. No, man, you about to get held underwater, just like they do that serious training. What's that in the The Navy SEALs, the Air Force. I think the Air Force, you gotta pass out in the fucking pool and then be revived. Okay? In the Air Force, because you have to simulate fucking going down in the ocean. Okay? And so that's what that movie was. That movie's a map to show you what chaos is coming, rightfully so, after this fucking boat pulls into the shore. And we here, man. So Lord will, that was a spirit booster, to say the least, that we on the way out of here, man. And America is definitely on the shutdown. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah, Hadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom and Abad Babal.